In the year 2150, humanity embarked on its most ambitious journey yet, a voyage that would take us beyond the familiar confines of the inner solar system to the mysterious and majestic realms of the outer planets. The spacecraft, christened the Celestia Voyager, was a marvel of advanced engineering. A self-sustaining arc powered by nuclear fusion engines and designed to traverse vast distances within our solar system. With its sleek, elongated form and a rotating habitat ring that simulated Earth-like gravity, the Celestia Voyager was built not only for exploration, but also to serve as home to generations of explorers. This expedition was destined to be one of discovery, danger, and transformation, a testament to humanity's indomitable spirit and our relentless pursuit of knowledge. The voyage began at the break of dawn from Earth's high orbit, where the Celestia Voyager was launched from a state-of-the-art orbital platform. As the ship's engines roared to life, its nuclear fusion reactors flared in brilliant luminescence, providing a steady thrust that accelerated the spacecraft to a cruising speed of 0.1% of the speed of light. Although modest compared to interstellar travel, this speed was more than enough to cover the distances between Earth and the outer planets over the coming decades. The initial phase involved a carefully calculated acceleration period, lasting nearly 2 weeks, during which onboard systems adapted gradually to the increasing G-forces. During this critical phase, the primary focus was not only on reaching the required velocity, but also on ensuring the safety and comfort of the 2,500 passengers aboard. Among them were scientists, engineers, and families, all volunteering to be part of this grand experiment in human endurance and adaptability. Every detail of the ship's design, from the artificial gravity system to the closed-loop life support, had been meticulously engineered to support life on a multi-decade journey. The habitat ring, a massive circular structure 800 meters in diameter, spun at 2.1 rotations per minute, generating an artificial gravity equivalent to 1 G, just like on Earth. This ingenious solution allowed passengers to move freely without suffering the deleterious effects of prolonged weightlessness. Once the Celestia Voyager left Earth's gravitational influence, it entered a phase of coasting through the inner solar system. The journey was marked by a series of well-planned maneuvers, including a brief flyby of Mars for a gravity assist. During the Mars encounter, sensors and guidance systems synchronized perfectly to adjust the ship's trajectory, ensuring a stable path toward its ultimate destination, the outer planets. The asteroid belt, an expanse of rocky debris between Mars and Jupiter, presented its own set of challenges. Although far less dense than many works of fiction suggest, the Celestia Voyager's navigation systems remained on high alert, scanning for potential hazards. Laser-guided deflection systems were poised to alter the course of any rogue asteroid that might stray too near, keeping the journey safe and uninterrupted. After successfully navigating the asteroid belt, the Celestia Voyager approached the giant of the solar system, Jupiter. The gas giant loomed large on the forward observation deck, its swirling clouds and turbulent storms visible through high-resolution panoramic windows. As the spacecraft neared Jupiter, the crew prepared for a series of complex maneuvers designed to safely pass the planet. Jupiter's immense gravitational field offered a rare opportunity for a slingshot maneuver, boosting the spacecraft's velocity without extra fuel consumption. During this high-stakes ballet of celestial mechanics, the fusion engines momentarily throttled back as Jupiter's gravity did its work, propelling the Celestia Voyager forward with renewed momentum. In that moment, every passenger felt both awe and trepidation, as if witnessing a gravitational dance that had unfolded over billions of years. With Jupiter behind them, the ship set its sights on Saturn, the jewel of the outer planets. Saturn's iconic rings, composed of ice and rock fragments, shimmered in the distance like a cosmic kaleidoscope. Approaching Saturn required a delicate balance. The spacecraft had to thread a narrow path between the planet's powerful gravitational pull and the fragile beauty of its rings. Advanced sensors and AI-driven navigation systems constantly monitored the spatial distribution of ring particles, enabling real-time course adjustments. While many passengers marveled at the breathtaking views, onboard scientists conducted experiments to analyze the composition and dynamics of the rings, data that promised to unlock long-held secrets of planetary formation. Between the encounters with Jupiter and Saturn, the crew used the relatively tranquil region to perform critical maintenance and conduct scientific research. Laboratories buzzed with activity as researchers analyzed cosmic dust, studied microgravity's effects on biological specimens, and refined models of planetary atmospheres. Special observation pods offered passengers immersive educational programs and virtual reality simulations, bringing the wonders of the cosmos to life. Daily life aboard the Celestia Voyager was a blend of rigorous routine and spontaneous adventure, a delicate balance between the comforts of home and the thrill of exploring uncharted territory. Beyond Saturn, the outer reaches of the solar system beckoned. The journey was far from over, as the Celestia Voyager set a course for the icy realms of Uranus and Neptune. This transition marked a new phase of the expedition. In these distant regions, the environment was radically different, characterized by frigid temperatures, tenuous atmospheres, and mysterious magnetic fields. The ship's advanced thermal control systems were recalibrated to contend with the severe cold, while life support systems worked tirelessly to maintain the 1G environment within the habitat ring. The voyage to Uranus and Neptune was expected to take several more years, during which passengers would witness the gradual transformation of their cosmic surroundings. As the Celestia Voyager ventured deeper into the outer solar system, life aboard began to settle into a distinct rhythm. The population, which started at 2,500, gradually increased as families grew and new generations were born aboard the vessel. The careful selection process had ensured a diverse mix of skills and backgrounds, from genetic counselors and medical professionals to educators and engineers. Birth centers within the habitat ring were outfitted with state-of-the-art technology, including robotic assistance and cryogenic storage, to manage births under the unique conditions of space. Time on the Celestia Voyager took on a fluid quality, years blended into decades, and the meaning of generation was redefined in the context of interplanetary travel. Parallel to human life, the spacecraft's biosphere maintained a delicate balance of flora and fauna. Vertical aeroponic farms lined the inner walls of the habitat ring, producing fresh fruits, vegetables, and medicinal herbs. A closed-loop ecological system ensured that every resource, water, air, and organic waste, was recycled efficiently. Microbial life, essential for soil fertility and human health, was continuously monitored by onboard biologists. This dynamic interplay between human activity and nature served as a living laboratory, one that would inform future colonization efforts on distant worlds. The journey was not without its challenges. As the Celestia Voyager moved farther from the warm glow of the sun, subtle relativistic effects began to emerge. Though the ship's speed was too low to produce dramatic time dilation, the onboard chronometers, originally synchronized with Earth, gradually diverged from terrestrial clocks. Communication delays, already noticeable at increasing distances, became more pronounced. By the time the vessel reached Neptune's domain, messages sent back to Earth took nearly an hour to arrive, a stark reminder of the vast gulf between the worlds. Despite these hurdles, the spirit of exploration burned brightly among the passengers, each one acutely aware that they were part of a historic expedition destined to redefine humanity's place in the solar system. One of the most striking aspects of the journey was the evolution of onboard culture. With daily life far removed from Earth's bustling cities, the passengers of the Celestia Voyager began to forge a new identity, one that blended the best of human tradition with the innovative spirit of space exploration. Educational programs transformed into comprehensive curricula covering astrophysics, engineering, space history, and interplanetary ethics. In modern classrooms, children born among the stars learned about Earth's rich past and the immense challenges of space travel, merging ancient wisdom with futuristic innovation. Digital libraries containing centuries of human knowledge ensured that Earth's legacy was preserved even as the passengers ventured boldly into uncharted realms. Social life on board evolved into a vibrant tapestry of structured routines and spontaneous creativity. Mornings began with communal exercise sessions held in the open plazas of the habitat ring, where residents gathered to promote both physical well-being and mental clarity. Midday hours were devoted to scientific research and technical maintenance, as expert teams kept every system running at peak efficiency. Evenings were reserved for cultural events, concerts, theatrical performances, art exhibitions, and storytelling sessions that celebrated the rich diversity of human experience. In this floating community, every individual contributed to maintaining the delicate balance between progress and tradition. After a triumphant flyby of Saturn, the Celestia Voyager's next destination was Neptune, the most distant of the giant planets. Neptune's mesmerizing blue hues, driven by supersonic winds and mysterious cloud formations, presented both an enigma and an opportunity for scientific discovery. The approach to Neptune was meticulously planned. Engineers and navigators coordinated a series of deceleration burns that would allow the ship to be gently captured by Neptune's gravitational embrace. In a precisely choreographed sequence, the fusion engines were gradually throttled back, and the spacecraft's trajectory adjusted to enable a smooth orbital insertion. For the passengers, this transition was an emotional experience, a vivid demonstration of the interplay between human ingenuity and the immutable laws of physics. In the final phase of the approach, as the Celestia Voyager entered Neptune's sphere of influence, a palpable mixture of exhilaration and introspection filled every corridor. The vast distance that had once separated them from home now felt almost insurmountable, yet the journey had drawn them closer together in ways that transcended physical proximity. Family bonds had deepened, friendships had blossomed, and a shared sense of destiny united every soul aboard. For many, the voyage was more than a scientific or exploratory mission. It was a pilgrimage into the unknown, a journey of self-discovery that redefined what it meant to be human. In the months preceding Neptune's orbital insertion, the onboard governance system, a sophisticated network of elected representatives and specialized committees, organized a series of final reviews and celebrations. The Celestia Voyager's command deck, the beating heart of the ship, coordinated every aspect of the mission with meticulous precision. Detailed logs recorded every technical adjustment, every scientific breakthrough, and every quiet moment of reflection as the crew and passengers prepared for their new life among the outer planets. Virtual reality simulations allowed everyone to envision what life on Neptune's moons might be like, sparking dreams of future colonies on Triton and beyond. At last, the day arrived when the Celestia Voyager successfully entered Neptune's orbit. The final deceleration burn was executed flawlessly, and the spacecraft settled into a gentle, elliptical orbit around the distant blue world. The observation deck offered breathtaking views of Neptune's swirling clouds, illuminated by a faint ethereal light that danced across its surface. For a moment, time itself seemed to pause as every passenger marveled at the beauty and mystery of their new celestial neighbor. But the journey was far from over. Neptune's arrival marked not an end but the beginning of a new chapter, a phase in which the Celestia Voyager would serve as both a mobile research platform and a staging point for establishing permanent outposts. Plans were already underway to construct a modular habitat on one of Neptune's icy moons, a research station that would eventually evolve into a self-sustaining colony. This Neptunian outpost was conceived as a beacon of hope, a foundation upon which humanity could build a future in the far reaches of our solar system. The outpost's design was based on a philosophy of sustainability and resilience. Modular units, each the size of a small city block, were engineered to interlock seamlessly into a sprawling network of laboratories, living quarters, recreational facilities, and greenhouses. Advanced recycling systems ensured that every drop of water and every molecule of oxygen was conserved, while innovative energy systems harnessed the faint glow of Neptune's magnetosphere. In every detail, the outpost was a microcosm of the Celestia Voyager's overarching vision, a blend of technology and nature, progress and preservation. Even as the ship prepared to deploy its first robotic landers to Triton, life aboard the Celestia Voyager continued to flourish. The community on board had grown into a vibrant, self-contained society. Educational institutions expanded their curricula to include courses on interplanetary ethics, cosmic ecology, and the physics of extreme environments. Classrooms buzzed with the voices of children born among the stars, their eyes alight with wonder as they learned about both Earth's storied past and the limitless possibilities of space. Meanwhile, communal gatherings and cultural events, concerts, art exhibits, and theater performances reminded everyone that the spirit of Earth remained alive, even in the silent vastness of deep space. Dr. Elena Marquez, a renowned astrophysicist and one of the mission's original architects, dedicated her life to unraveling the mysteries of giant planet magnetospheres. Born on Earth but raised amid the stars, Elena had grown to embody the spirit of the Celestia Voyager. Her detailed log entries chronicled the hardships and triumphs of life in deep space, offering a poignant glimpse into the heart of a generation born among the cosmos. In another part of the ship, young engineer Amir Hassan honed his skills designing micro-adjustments for the fusion reactors, his tireless work ensuring that every thrust burn was executed with impeccable precision. Their stories, along with countless others, wove together to form the vibrant tapestry of life aboard the Celestia Voyager. Regular communications with Earth, though increasingly delayed by distance, served as a reminder of the home many had left behind. Digital archives preserved Earth's rich cultural heritage, from ancient myths to modern masterpieces, and periodic transmissions of Earth's natural wonders offered solace to those longing for familiar sights. Celebrations of traditional holidays were reimagined in the context of life in space, creating a hybrid culture that honored the past while embracing the new challenges of a future among the stars. As the months turned into years, and the Celestia Voyager circled Neptune in its steady orbit, a new era of introspection and forward planning took shape. The ship's leadership, having steered the vessel through trials and triumphs alike, now looked to the future. Ambitious plans emerged for a successor vessel, the Celestia Horizon, designed to venture even further into the unknown realms of the Kuiper Belt and Oort cloud. This next-generation ship would build on the hard-earned lessons of the Celestia Voyager, incorporating more efficient propulsion systems, advanced artificial intelligence, and modular habitats capable of withstanding the extremes of deep space. The vision was clear: humanity's destiny lay not in remaining confined to a single blue planet, but in spreading our presence throughout the cosmos. In lively public assemblies held in the ship's grand atrium, its walls adorned with holographic star maps and digital art installations, the community gathered to celebrate the milestones already achieved and to debate the challenges yet ahead. Leaders from every field, from technical engineers to cultural historians, took turns addressing the assembly. Their speeches were filled with both pride and cautious optimism, each word a reminder of the collective will that had carried them so far. In those moments, the Celestia Voyager was more than just a spacecraft. It was a living testament to human ingenuity, a floating city that embodied our highest aspirations and deepest hopes. As preparations for the next phase of exploration unfolded, the Celestia Voyager's scientific teams worked tirelessly on new projects. Researchers refined experiments on the long-term effects of microgravity on human physiology, developing innovative therapies that not only prolonged life but enhanced the quality of living in space. Laboratory teams monitored the closed-loop ecosystems with vigilance, ensuring that every microbial population, every aeroponic crop, and every water reclamation process operated in perfect harmony. These experiments were not merely academic pursuits, they were the foundation upon which future colonies would be built, ensuring that the legacy of the Celestia Voyager would endure long after its journey reached its next destination. In quiet moments, when the hum of the fusion engines blended with the soft rustle of recycled air, many passengers found solace in the timeless rituals of storytelling. Elders recounted the ancient myths of Earth, tales of gods and heroes, of battles fought and love triumphant, while young ones listened in rapt silence, absorbing these legends as both history and prophecy. These stories, shared in hushed voices under the light of distant stars, connected the present with a past that was as rich as it was remote. In doing so, they anchored the community in a shared heritage, even as they sailed farther from their ancestral home. By now, the Celestia Voyager had become a living archive, a repository of human experience, scientific breakthrough, and the unfettered spirit of exploration. Every log entry, every recorded conversation, every brushstroke on a digital canvas was a reminder that this journey was not just measured in kilometers or years, but in the hearts and minds of those who dared to dream. And as the ship orbited Neptune, its silhouette framed against a backdrop of swirling blue clouds and starlight, every inhabitant knew that they were part of something far greater than themselves. A continuing saga of humanity's endless quest to discover, to learn, and ultimately, to belong among the stars. The community gathered one last time in the observation hall to watch Neptune's majesty, to say farewell to one phase of the journey, and to welcome the promise of what lay ahead. In that silence, punctuated only by the soft murmurs of hope and determination, every person aboard recognized that their lives had been forever transformed by the voyage. They were no longer simply Earthlings, they had become citizens of the cosmos. Thus, as the Celestia Voyager continued its gentle orbit around Neptune and readied itself for the future explorations of the Kuiper Belt and beyond, its legacy was sealed. The journey to the outer planets in 2150 was not just a passage through space, it was the birth of a new era, an era defined by courage, creativity, and a collective determination to push beyond every boundary that had ever been known. It was an era in which humanity would embrace the unknown, forge new paths, and build new worlds one step at a time. The Celestia Voyager's story will be remembered as the moment when the human spirit soared highest, when we chose not to be confined by the familiar but instead reached for the infinite. In its every rotation, in every calculated engine burn and every whispered tale shared in the quiet corridors of the habitat ring, lay the promise of a future where the cosmos was not a distant dream, but a living, breathing reality. And so, as the ship sailed on through the vastness of space, it carried with it the hopes of all who dared to dream, a beacon of light guiding us toward the outer planets and beyond.